Teams here each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Texans, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He finds his man complete. It's Shelton. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
To throw is Nix.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Now the first carry here for their running back.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
He'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Up the middle they go. It's Shelton, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5. To throw, here's Nix.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shelton, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Nix to the air.
Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Mounties nothing.
2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Nix from the shotgun. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Evan Ingram.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, here's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Nix looking to throw again. Able to push his way. Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it is now 21-0.
Next to score, Texans 21. Monkeys nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Nix. That is caught, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That's good for an Austin.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd in the line.
Throwing Nix.
45-yard line.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And the Texans first down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This one taken in by Stover.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and 2. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A toss left, Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Got his man, Dell. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Texans 28, Mounties nothing.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Houston.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. And good penetration here. They'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Throwing now is Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Good footwork at the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 57 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Back to Mixon on first down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second down, they'll run it here. Oh, what a move. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Will Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Nix. He'll buy some time right. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Finds his tight end Ingram. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Looking to throw. Nix. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a second and goal. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Operating from the gun, Nix, and it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up third and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Mounties are able to claw one back. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
That's complete to Dell.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Stroud to throw it. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
They run for it with Mixon. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. To throw from his end zone. Nix. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And touchdown! A big play there. 98 yards.
And the Mounties get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
76 yards.
And the Texans have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Stroud now on 4th down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. To throw, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Nix to the air. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
First down, Houston.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 131 yards rushing for him now to this point. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Charles, a lot of happy faces.